when a person has a history of being chaotic, or flashing on you out of nowhere, you by flashing I mean having outbursts of anger and rage and things like that or things behavior that's very unpredictable and concerning. You want to be careful about poking the bear, and even involving yourself with that person, because you may be kicking the hornet's nest. Hi, my name is Dr. Natalie Jones. I'm a licensed therapist. There are people out there that show patterns of instability. Um, and that instability can be in the form of anger, rage, and things like that. And there are some people who look at that and say, you know what, I can help them, or you know what, I could be friends with them, or that was only a one-time thing, and continue to proceed forward in the relationship, when really that is a warning signal of what can come from that person. And it's a sign that that person is very unpredictable, could be very dangerous, and may even be prone to violence. Pay attention to that. And I can't stress this enough, for the simple fact that I've worked with a number of people that look at that and sort of come up with this narrative, and the narratives they come up with excuse the behavior. Well, maybe it's this. Well, maybe it's that. Maybe we can talk about it. And no, you need to look at the behavior and see it for what it is. This person is impulsive. They can't control themselves. They may flash in anger or rage, and become violent and chaotic. And even if they know where you live, or they know how to access you, your children, your family, that is a red flag. So, for example, there is a documentary that's sort of making its rounds on TikTok, where a man is talking about that. The documentary, I think it was done back in 2022. It's called Behind the Rage. It's on YouTube, where she's interviewing um, men who have committed domestic violence. I haven't had a chance to watch the whole thing, but in the clips, he's basically talking about, like, you know, just the escalation of violence, and how unpredictable he was, and how things could set him off. Remember, before the grizzly bear bites, there's usually going to be signs. There's usually always going to be disclaimers, but behavior can be unpredictable. But if there's glimmers, if there's any signs, like a person just sort of blanks and flashes on you in a conversation, or they've reacted impulsively, or they can't manage their emotions, or they've gotten aggressive, verbally aggressive with you, remember, and I did a post, the number one sign that things are going to escalate to physical abuse in a relationship is verbal abuse. So if a person reacts verbally, and that first impulse is to become angry and aggressive and cuss you out, and flash on you, that is a warning sign. If you get a chance, check out the documentary. And I have no affiliation with it, but that that kind of can explain his behavior, and how he can just react violently off of a piece of paper. He's reacting off of that. Pieces of paper mean nothing to him. Him facing consequences mean nothing to him. But that, even if you don't watch the documentary, you can sort of watch the clip that's sort of making the rounds. But this is a sign of someone who's not rational, and anything could set them off. And they feel like they have to get you, they have to retaliate, and they have to make you suffer for it, just because. So hopefully that helps. Let me know what your thoughts are. Like, comment, share, and follow. Thanks so much.